Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War with the American Revolutionary Mod. And yes, last time around we made our move on Charleston. The enemy intercepted us, we had a fight, we came up on top, but it was kind of unconclusive. We need to fight another one to make sure that the Carolinas fall in our hands and we take Charleston. And by that I would probably estimate that the rest of the South will be falling shortly after. And my plan was to continue that campaign with Nathaniel Greene and his army, but the Cherokee decided something else, and they're gonna make another attempt at Williamsburg, Virginia. This time around, we only have the garrison to protect us. So we actually outnumber the natives, but then again we have 2 units of garrison Minutemen, which aren't that great. We do have 2 Continental army units. We have the Fairfax County Militia, and we have Virginia Dragoons. So hopefully I can make sure to hold this, because... Oh yes, I should also say, now we can see one British force that has come in behind enemy lines, but I did clean up the one up here above Albany, New York, and the other one that was the Dragoons. The South Carolina Dragoons that have taken possession of Harrisburg. So I had to clean those up. And this is during the end turn, as Nathaniel Greene didn't have any more moves to make during that turn. So I clicked the end turn, and that is when the Cherokee attacked. One of the things is, with the end turn is rather short. So I'm actually thinking about probably leaving it in and not cutting it away, because in other Total Wars, it usually takes quite a while. This one is probably less than a minute to go through everyone's move. So it might be interesting to actually see them doing the move. Or it would be interesting for you guys to see it, because it's so short that I don't actually need to cut it out. Anyways, with that said, we're going to start this video off by protecting Williamsburg. I think, given the time I'm gonna spend on this, because it's gonna be rather tough battle, I think. We're probably not gonna be able to make the attack on the Carolinas, but what we will be able to do is we'll be able to move some troops around, spend some money, and take a look at where we're going next. So that's what we've got. We've got Sargon acquainted and his band of merry natives. With that said, damn, they've got shit morale. I just noticed 4, 5, 6, 3. 3 is, I mean, that's almost criminally low. I wonder why they've got so low morale. Anyways, let's defend Williamsburg against the savages. Not much in terms of actually deployment. I think it's pretty good as it is. In terms, I mean, the thing about the houses is that usually you can't put down a lot of firepower out of them. And since the enemy has a high amount of melee troops, they would just charge in and take you out. Now I can understand that the houses wouldn't have that much firepower, given that the it's a strong position, and being able to lay down a lot of fire on the house, or if the house was able to lay down a lot of fire, it would be a very defensible position. With that in mind, though, the houses do fall down pretty quickly to cannon fire. Two batteries of sizable cannons would be able to bring the house down in like less than a minute, so they're not particularly useful. With that said, looks like it's a pretty good position. I think what we'll do is we'll possibly place the militia and stuff in the center, and then have the regular troops on the sides. It could be that no, we're probably gonna do it the other way around actually. And we're gonna definitely place some stakes to protect. You know what we'll do? We'll place the militia on the sides, but we'll make sure to have them guarded against cavalry attacks by placing the stakes behind them. And then the dragoons can hide in the forest, if possible. No, they cannot hide. We'll have them on the edge somewhere anyways, so we can swing them in once the natives attack. So we'll have these guys right up on the fence, and then we'll have these placing these spiked hurdles behind, so that if cavalry charges, I mean the unit's gonna be run over, but the enemy unit will run into those spikes. And then I guess we have one in the center as well. And yes, let's go ahead and start. We're gonna move these guys up to the fence. I note that the enemy is actually starting off. I'm gonna put the Fairfax militia in the center. I'm noticing that the enemy did start off in a slight angle towards us. I'm gonna start off by telling everyone to hold fire. Since there's so few troops in such a little area to actually keep an eye on, I think that I should be fine to micromanage close volleys against the natives. They have a lot of cavalry, and looks like they've stolen some horse blankets from the British, or maybe they've acquired them to trade. The Lancers had a few, these guys have none, the Chief's bodyguard. You'd imagine that the Chief bodyguard would have a nice blanket like that. They're moving up very slowly towards our position. Irregular Minutemen. And then we have these guys. I guess the Fairfax militia is the one to look out for. That's the only unit we haven't seen before. They had pretty good stats. Seems like they're taking quite a bit of time to model these units. The hats are a bit different, and they've taken quite the time to do the faces on these guys, especially the commander. Right, we're seeing the native infantry coming in. Interestingly enough, it seems like the most organized enemy so far that I've fought. Are they gonna go for the Virginia Dragoons, or is it just that they're trying to flank? It could be that they're just trying to flank my troops. We're gonna check them from doing that. They look very organized. You know what? They're sending out 2 cavalry to go on either flank. One flank is obviously covered by the town, so I'm a bit surprised that they... Okay, they're charging us. I would like to get a shot off, but the thing is, I'm pretty sure we'll quite easily cut. Jesus Christ, we lost a lot of dragoons in that charge. Normally the Lancers don't do well at all, but here they actually managed to get, I guess, their charge bonus in against us, because we lost tons of men. But now that the charge bonus is no longer active, they're losing men, but so are we. Thing is, I have no troops to send to their aid, so the Virginia Dragoons are on their own trying to fight these guys down. I wonder if I'll tell them to fire at will if they will fire in combat. No, that just got them to retreat instead. First time we've... Damn, right. And now the natives are coming in from the flank. Form square, and we'll have the militia run into the square. Or the garrisoned Minutemen. Thing is though, I ordered you guys to get inside, so you will get inside. They almost lost 30 men because they stopped to actually face them. Right, so this started off rather badly. We've lost 5 men out of the squared unit, so that's okay, and they seem to be taking these guys down pretty well with the bayonets. The garrison militia though is not doing that well. I'm gonna retreat it out of the square. Okay, they're coming for the guys over here. Oh nice, it's one of those units that fire every single gun. I want them to kind of stop here, just so that when we retreat through, they will follow us over the spikes. So we lost a lot less men out of this unit, because, well, there wasn't a... it wasn't a Lancer unit that attacked. And then we're gonna turn. Oh, they're pulling back. Enemy mounted gunners is now attacking the square. Okay, back in your position. And then I want these 2 units to opening fire and get rid of those mounted gunners. Right, they made another attack over on this side. I'm still gonna hold fire for most of the units. Right, 31, and it's so close to the edge that they're not gonna come back. So these guys fared pretty well. Not so well on the other side as we lost. Oh no, the dragoons are still here. Nice. They were not completely defeated. Right. You'll be able to move in on the flank. These guys are firing right now. I want you to hold fire, because I want you to fire by rank onto the enemy musketmen. Looks like they're focusing more men over on the flank. I'm gonna bring this guy out and the Fairfax militia. These guys firing from over here. Oh, these guys are kinda breaking. There's cavalry coming as well. We'll pull back to the second line, actually. And then we'll put Fairfax militia like that, and you will take that position right there. We kinda leave 2 units up front, but I think they will be fine. Not at all. This one's actually... Oh, it broke due to that charge of the mounted gunners, which I thought had like the worst. Okay, we cannot hold fire any longer. I want everyone to fire back onto second line of defense. It would be really nice if they did fire by rank. Where's the... There's a Lancer unit. Guys, fire. Crap, now 2 units are gone. They're throwing a bunch of tomahawks at the Fairfax militia. Form square. I have a mass amount of troops retreating on that side. And now we're being charged in the front. Fairfax militia decides to retreat without the general, it seems. units are very reluctant to actually stand and fight. Right, they are going for the square, which gives me time to form these guys up and actually have them fire. I mean, it's a risky move, but I need to stop that flanking unit, so I'll charge them with the Virginia Dragoons. I'm hoping these guys will rally, and right now I'm hoping these guys will open fire and clean off the flank there of this unit, which should still hold their bloody flank. The medicine men are not stopping, which is wonderful for me, because then we can run them down slowly but surely. Hopefully we can kind of stop the complete retreat of our forces. The warrior society is not relenting. And I'm not getting back any units, and now the Virginia Dragoons retreats. We are broken! Ladies and gentlemen, the natives have taken Virginia, and they're gonna burn the entire place to the ground. Ah, look at that. Why all of a sudden do they become this clever? Very clever natives. Oh, I got one unit back, I think. Where? There. It's the Fairfax militia. But it's kind of too little too late. There's like 1,000 Indians down there. And the Fairfax militia. Oh, there goes the general as well, or the captain or whatever we had in charge of this. Alright, we got Native Americans coming straight for us. We need to march into position rather quickly and prepare to face down these mounted gunners. I think they're charging. Turn against them and fire immediately. The Fairfax militia is the only thing that stands between the good people of Virginia and a horde of savages. I guess that's why they're standing, why they are standing to fight while everyone else is running. Because, oh, there they go. Because they know the value of what's gonna happen, because the natives are gonna tear down the entire province of Virginia. Damn, a close defeat! This was surprising. But surprising, I guess, in a good way. I've had it too easy. I mean, when we look back at how it actually went, and with the medicine men moving around us, and then the fact that a lot of my troops just ran. We'll look at the statistics and give a more in-depth analysis. But I mean, if we look at it from the start, they placed their infantry in the center, and they had the cavalry, some in the back and some on the flanks. The two on the flank moved to attack my flanks, which was like, I was quite surprised to see that. Then the fact that the lancers actually performed a perfect lance attack on my dragoons and crushed them was also surprising. So maybe I a little bit underestimated the Indians. And then how they attacked as well. Because I held my position along the wall. They did not care about that. They came in from the flank. They concentrated on my right flank. I was not flexible enough or quick enough to actually redirect the troops. And I mean, some of the cavalry charges we were able to send off. And then, I mean, I said it early on that I probably were going to be able to micromanage the good volleys at close range, but I didn't. It probably would have fared better for my units if I just let them fire at long range. Even though the first shot wouldn't have killed that many, it still would have. I think probably when you have as low morale as you have in this mod, for a lot of units. It's really important to not have your units suffer casualties without, you know, inflicting casualties on the enemy. Because just taking casualties is gonna have you lose their morale really quickly when you just have. And the thing is, I mean, we did not notice though that the natives had like, I mean, some of them had 3 morale, some of them 4. So I'm not entirely sure. But then again, they had a proper general, did they? Yes, they did. So I think that was one of the major advantages. But then also how the AI actually conducted itself with the flank charge of the cavalry, with them bringing the medicine men behind, coming behind and attacking from behind. Quite surprising. And here we have the statistics. So Brutus Broadbent and his force was utterly annihilated. And we have the Native Americans. They managed to lose 400 men. I note though that we only killed about 300 of them, but they somehow lost 400. So they killed about 100 of their own. I'm not sure. There's 600 remaining, so it's not that big of a force. The problem is, of course, that they turned the entire province of Virginia into crap. Garrison Minutemen did a lot, but then again the entire unit fires compared to a lot of the others where just first rank fired. I mean, we could have gone the rolling fire, but they had the cavalry come in first, so that meant the first rank was only firing. And they kind of kept doing that. This Garrison Minutemen only killed 4. I'm not entirely sure how they managed to only kill Fairfax Militia, 23. The Continental, the actual infantry units, killed 110. The Virginia Dragoons, 75. Garrison Minutemen, 80. And every hand was lost. Damn. Army destroyed. Brutus Broadbent. The Virginia region was lost, and just as I said, they turned everything to shit. They turned down the farmland, they turned down whatever I had in Richmond. Everything got turned down. I mean, I still make tons of money. Wait, 5,000 is the only fund I have available? How come I only got 5,000? I need to check that. We built a few stuff, as you can see. The Necklace Affair. French court, wake a scandal. A priceless diamond intended for gift for old king's favorite courtesan prior to his death has been stolen. An affair which casts those involved in an unflattering light. Right, we need to deal with those. What troops do I have available? Troops from Maryland, Baltimore Dragoons. We can bring down this, Tobin Wilcox. Can be brought down to deal with them. Definitely we have to make a deer tour. Given the fact that the Cherokee are giving us such a headache, I think we're gonna go for them directly. But at the same time, there's such an opportunity to strike at the British right now. They've gathered all their troops within Charleston. A victory there would crush all of them. Yes. Nathaniel Greene cannot lose this opportunity, even though we have the Cherokee attacking from all sides. How come I only managed to get next turn only 2,400? Where is my gold going? I was making thousands. Is it because all the troops? Its army upkeep must have, you know, gone. How come? What units are so expensive that... Right, we need to streamline everything and send troops to the front lines. Guess we're just gonna leave that guy there. And now the British are on the way. They move their big column. The French at the fort, will they hold on? Or do they need reinforcements? Most likely they need reinforcements. We'll move these guys back. This force, of course, it should have marched. It should have been marching down already a long time ago. Damn. Marching them over there. What we need to do to save some of that money is, I think we're gonna get rid of some of the navy. So we're gonna get rid of that. Not that that gave us a lot more money. 3,000. Definitely need to take back this port. We got this navy coming in. We're gonna dispatch you to a different port to release Green Mountain Boys, and that cannon will actually move them to the New York trading port. And we'll have them suddenly out of nowhere. I come on this. You know what? I've thought it was so easy when maybe it wasn't. You're gonna move to deal with these. They're gonna be pushed out. These guys need replenishment, which cost me about 1,000. These guys gonna move over to the French fort, help them against Gisbert Stanhope. That's on his way. These guys gonna move down, and we're gonna see about gathering a force. We have extra troops. Thomas Hartley's regiment. We're gonna leave. Pennsylvania Rifles is gonna follow. The 3rd Pennsylvania Regiment's gonna stay to defend, just because it's a fort. Rest of them, or just because it's a province I definitely don't want to lose. So we've got kind of a force here. When the general comes in, he can take command, and then we can march down, take back this. Not that it's gonna make us any money. Look at the money; it's probably hemorrhaging money now when the savages have taken over. It's gonna go. It's 7,000 is the wealth of the province. It's gonna probably fall down quite far before we're able to get. It's losing 7 per turn. It's not that bad, but it's not great. And then the Cherokee are pumping up troops all of a sudden from all sides. This is definitely a battle. So that's gonna be for next video. What else kind of moves can I make? We need to trim some of the fat. Don't need that many troops up here. We're gonna have 1 to defend this, just in case something comes here. Same here. Just 1. These units are not that great anyways. This one. Continental Irregulars. Let's remove those to save a bit of money. I mean, technically I don't even need a troop here. But I guess we'll just keep them just cause. I'm exempting this province from tax, but it's just because otherwise it doesn't grow. And otherwise I won't get the port. So I guess we can merge these into 1 unit. Move them down here. This could be turned into a trade port to get us more money. Because I have a shipwright somewhere else, don't I? I have one here in New England, and that's the only one I need. I'm not going to need that many ships, so we're going to turn this to rubble. Easy money schemes. Pushing these guys, getting this port back is probably a pretty good one. Taking control of the Carolinas is going to give us a lot of income due to tobacco. I think a lot of what we lost was the fact that we did have... Yeah, we're only selling fur now. We had What kind of plantation was it? We had 2 plantations here. Tobacco and sugar or cotton. And I think that losing that did a lot. But I was making lots of money even before. Let's see. Washington is holding this. And they are happy with that. So yeah, we'll drag in that extra bit of income. So now we're up to 4,000. I've trimmed most of the fat. We need to just get the troops onto the line. With these guys coming down, taking care of this, I think this is definitely to try and hold them here. This fort didn't cost a lot of money in upkeep, does it? No. The fur, we don't get that much from the fur. We need those southern colonies. Oh yeah, we need to repair some stuff, don't we? This one's still broke. Is there anything else that's still broke up here? Anything that burnt down? Gonna keep on going towards... That's actually a very unnecessary expense right now. The trade port, building up the fur. It's expensive, and I mean we don't get that much from the fur, do we? Then it might be better to build up these, which actually give kind of a lot of income. But I think we'll save that 4,000 right now. What I want to do is, let's see our allies. If they have any technology to share. Explosive, not so much, but I like the division of the division of labor. No, that did not work apparently. Fire by rank and social contract versus division of labor. Why don't you like me, Carlos III? That was a generous offer. And the thing is, Carlos is the one that likes me the most, so I don't think I will be able to get that from anyone else. And the French, I don't think the French even has... the French even has any technology buildings. We have a few friendly natives. It would be really nice to get this crop rotation, just to get that extra, just to have, you know, the populace growing everywhere in my colonies and not keep starving. The thing is, I can't offer them any technology, and I don't think I cannot agree to your bargain. My people will laugh at me if I did 2,000 for crop rotation. I guess they don't want to give away their secrets. Give me the secret of maize, you bastards! Maybe I've slayed too many, and I guess that's karma for calling them savages. This is too close to the front to build up. Yeah, you know what? We'll save it. We'll save it. What am I researching? I am 1 turn away from crop rotation. Very unnecessary to try and spend a load of money on that. Probably look into getting some more of this to boost my... Definitely try to boost the ports. Would be nice. And also if my allies could actually start doing something. What are the Spanish doing? Nothing. They have vast territory. They have loads... Why do they all have galleons? Don't you have anything better, Spain, than all these obsolete galleons? It's 1785. Get rid of your galleons, for God's sake. The Dutch are building up quite the fleet. I mean, certainly if you look at it right now, the it's not the British who rules the waves. It's the Dutch. Ah, the French. They're loading an army onto their ships. It's a small army, but an army nonetheless. If they could combine with the Spanish force up here, they could actually do something. Anyways, I think this will be that for this episode. This will be that for this episode. Next time around, we'll attack here. Get Charleston, Carolina to make up for our loss of Williamsburg, Virginia. If this battle goes quick and well, I'll definitely throw in the attack on Williamsburg. The thing is, there's only 600 of the natives left, and I think with this force that I've got here right now, Pennsylvania and these troops, that we should be pretty set to take this back without major losses, and then reinforcements coming this way, take them down. Cherokee forces coming this way, be checked by the French coal mines. This guy, bloody Carolina Dragoons raiding my area. Need to take care of them as well. See about getting this navy out. We get a naval battle. I released the battle, the video which was entirely a naval battle, or in terms of battle, or in a long one, a long drawn out naval battle. So I'll see kind of how that one goes. It might be that I go ahead and do this one off camera. I think it's in my favor. I've got a large fleet coming against the enemy, and yeah, I think also taking Yarmouth, or this one, whatever this, London, I think it was called. I think I'll sell it. I'll probably get like 1,000 for it, so that would do well for the coffers. Suddenly, taking all of the south isn't just like, oh yeah, I'll do that. That's easy. Now it becomes a necessity, as I suddenly find myself. I guess it's been it's sneaked up on me. But then, as a quote from the game here in the cut screen, is that the cunning of the fox is just as murderous as the violence of the wolf. And I guess my enemies have been as cunning as the fox, in slowly been stripping away at me without me knowing, and me being not realizing, underestimating my enemies. It's a big mistake, underestimating them. Right, but now it's actually difficult. We lost the battle, and yeah. Well, I should have ended it a long time ago, I think. So, without further ado, I'll say this. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this episode, and hopefully, I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.